The president made the comments before heading to Myrtle Beach for a rally tonight in support of Senator Darlene Graham. Meanwhile, Vice President J.D. Vance traveled to a steel facility in Middletown, Ohio, to make the case for Republicans ahead of the midterms.
Vice President Vance asked workers at the Cleveland Cliffs Middletown Steelworks facility to vote for Republicans this fall, including John Husted for Senate and Vivek Ramaswamy for governor.
Now, we got to ask ourselves, imagine if they get back in power, what are they going to vote for? If these radicals take control of Congress, they're going to pass the craziest agenda America has ever seen.
He said under President Trump, there's been an explosion in building up American manufacturing with trillions invested in new facilities and plants. He also announced $1 billion investment by the Department of Energy and Cleveland Cliffs Steel in their Middletown Works flagship plant.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. Cleanup underway in Dover, Delaware after a rare tornado blew through last night.
6:18 to be exact is when that tornado came ripping and rolling on through. Now, the National Weather Service has yet to survey the damage here, so we don't know the EF rating. I'm giving it loosely as a meteorologist, perhaps an EF1 rating.
Fox Weather's Michael Estime in Dover. Another tornado was confirmed on New York's Long Island in Atlantic Beach, tearing apart buildings at a beach club. Wall Street stocks rose, trimming losses from a shaky week, even though the bond market remained jumpy. The Dow gained 518, the Nasdaq up 113. America's listening to Fox News.
Fox News Books has boasted a host of bestsellers. Now, Fox News Books enters the world of podcasting. This season, the Fox News Books podcast presents The Miracles Among Us. For its first season, Fox News Books will present this special podcast brought to you by the author, Fox News senior medical analyst, Dr. Mark Siegel. The Miracles Among Us on the Fox News Books podcast. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download podcasts.
Hello, everyone. This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
Neil McDonough portrays Jesus. Stacy Keach, Sean Astin, Michael York, and Kristen Bell provide the voices for some of Jesus' notable followers. A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told, The Life of Jesus.
Make sure to spread the word.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
The second day of a hearing for Carmelo Anthony, the Texas teen convicted of murdering another teen at a track meet last year, as his lawyers seek a retrial.
This morning in court, one of Anthony's original defense attorneys, Toby Shook, testified that towards the end of the trial, we very much still wanted Carmelo to testify because we thought that was the only way the jury could see that is why he used deadly force. Shook said that self-defense argument was important because they felt like they could convince the jury to go with a manslaughter conviction instead of murder. But after there was a breakdown over that unwritten agreement for both sides not to introduce any character evidence, Shook said Anthony didn't trust that prosecutors would keep their word if he took the stand and ultimately chose not to do it.
Fox's Garrett Tenney. A Texas court cut the $50 million judgment against InfoWars founder Alex Jones to about $6 million after he falsely claimed the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting was a hoax. The ruling does not affect a $1.25 billion judgment against Jones in Connecticut. Jones has yet to make any payments as he appeals the amounts and the attempt to liquidate his company. Law enforcement in one Florida city expressed support for flock surveillance cameras.
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office in Florida posting, why do we support the use of license plate readers? And the stats. Its 150 flock cameras helped solve 15 murders, 17 kidnappings, 6 forcible sex assaults, nearly 100 shootings, and 172 missing persons cases since 2024, debunking the belief that readers identify people's faces. But information from readers helped them rescue a teenage girl kidnapped from her Georgia home and track a corrections cop killer at a truck stop. Concluding, when someone you love is in danger, you want us to have every responsible tool to help find them and solve the crime.
Fox's Therese Crowley. I'm Lisa Lacera. This is Fox News.
Time saver traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
And we've got a stalled vehicle moved to the left shoulder, I-65 southbound approaching Cottage Hill Road. On Highway 98 from Daphne to I-10, it's an 8-minute drive. Getting slow on Foley Beach Express from Highway 59 to Canal Road, it's a 22-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Come see Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom and get up to 35% off trusted brands like Style Selection, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. Find more of what you need for the job and save at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
News Radio 710.
Friday evening, what a feeling. I feel like singing. Weekend, do what you want to do. Weekend, be what you want to be. Weekend.
Wonderful town, wonderful people, places to go, things to see. My love is Mobile, that's my wonderful town. Beautiful homes, schools and churches, entertainment, places to shop. My heart's in Mobile, that's my wonderful town. Mobile, the center of transportation, business and industry set the pace. Mobile's got the Junior Miss celebration, home of Mardi Gras and Senior Bowl game.
Mobile is great to live in and work in.
The climate's ideal for progress you see. My love is Mobile, that's my wonderful town.
And now, live from Mobile, Alabama, as the stomach churns, starring Uncle Henry, coming to you through Electro Voice microphone. Joining Henry will be callers, emailers, radio and internet listeners. So without further ado, in the style of that great country music legend Minnie Pearl, here's Henry.
Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to. Thank you so much for listening to the Uncle Henry Show here on News Radio 710 WNTM. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you for being here once again with me. Just the two of us here trying to figure out what is going on in the world around us. What is going on in the world around us? So much to talk about on today's program. You can jump in. You can bring forward a topic if you'd like. 251-479-2723, the telephone number. That's 251-479-2723, the telephone number. Email address, unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. If you'd like to send an old-fashioned electronic mail message, you can, using the email address, unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. I've gotten several emails this week. Speaking of old-fashioned emails, I've been getting several emails this week from a man in Saraland named Samford, who just sent me an email offering to donate his neckties to me so that I can wear more additional just wonderful neckties. He says he has 20 or more. Well, here's what it says. The email reads, Uncle Henry, I heard you mention getting a tie from a thrift shop when I was listening to your podcast. A couple of days ago, I cleared out my closet, removing dozens of shirts and ties, as I will be 80 in about 3 weeks. It's extremely rare that I wear a tie anymore, so I'm just keeping a few of them. Many of the ties I plan to get rid of are really nice silk ties. There's at least one beautiful Rush Limbaugh tie amongst them. If you'd like to come by my home to get this pile of ties for free, you are welcome to do so. And then he gives me his address. Samford, if you're listening to this, live or via podcast, thank you. What a wonderful offer. And somebody about to turn 80 wanting to share some of their gorgeous neckties. And he sent a beautiful picture. And I apologize. On radio, unfortunately, we don't yet have the capacity to show pictures or video. I've asked the engineers about it. We're still working on it. They're trying to figure out what they can do. We're still working on it. But the picture he sent me, oh, these are beautiful. One necktie. It looks like it has waterfowl on it, like swans or geese or something. There's another tie that I don't know what that is, which is, it's always good with it. If you have to stop and ponder a necktie, I like that. I do. Not a fan of the weird paisley 60s drugged out generation ties, but I do like ties that are artistic that you have to sit and wonder, what is that? There's also a tie that looks like rams or mountain goats or something on it. Oh, these are, Sanford, if you're listening, yes, I will definitely drive. It's always wonderful to visit North Mobile County. And I will definitely come up there and grab, and it's free. What a wonderful thing. This would be an example, listener, of a senior helping a senior. I know there is a business out there, a wonderful business called Seniors Helping Seniors. God bless them. I hope they're still doing great work, Seniors Helping Seniors. This is an example of a senior helping a senior by offering me that pile of neckties. Sanford, thank you, and I will get in touch about visiting you and collecting the ties. I'll have to see if there's something I can bring you. My wife is very good at picking out gifts. Maybe I'm sure she could come up with some decorative candle or something. She's a wizard when it comes to that kind of stuff. All right, and speaking of seniors, before I get into news items and other topics and things like that, today is not just a regular Friday. Today is Senior Citizens Day. Yes, it's Senior Citizens Day, a day to honor your elders. Now, I'm glad that senior citizens get a day. It's about dadgum time we get something. But this, I'm not seeing, I don't see it mentioned in the media. Nobody's offered any. Now, the only person that's offered me anything isn't somebody older than me. I don't see any kind of special Senior Citizens Day celebration. Young Mayor Spiro and the Spiro administration, they have no special event in Mardi Gras Park, some type of Seniors Day bash or something. Nothing like that. Now, if it's something for young people, let's have a bash in Mardi Gras Park and give out free this and free that and have special balloon animals and all that kind of garbage paid for by the taxpayer. But when it comes to Senior Citizens Day, what's going on? Where's the confetti? Where's the parade? What's going on? You know, and the more I think about it, as I reflect and ponder on my life, turning back through the pages of time in the great memory book in my mind that is missing some pages, as I thumb back through the pages in my mind, the memory book in my mind, I remember that years ago, there were lots of great senior citizen discounts out there. There were wonderful senior citizens discounts. But I notice that as the years go forward, and more of the population becomes senior citizens, and the baby boomer generation ages completely and totally, that there's not that many good senior citizens discounts out there anymore. They used to be, and hey, how do I know? I've looked them up. The older I get, the more I want a discount. They're harder to find, and that's a dadgum shame, because we're the people that built all this stuff that you're ruining right now. All you young people that are ruining the country, all you young people that are ruining the country and going commie, everything out there that you're enjoying, my generation made it, mine and the one before us, and you're wrecking it. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should stop wrecking what we built, and you should start coming up with more discounts for us on just about every dadgum thing out there. But it's Senior Citizens Day, a day to honor your elders. So if you are out and about, there's still day left. The day ain't done. If you go out and you encounter somebody that is a senior citizen, be kind to them. Maybe you can wish them a happy Senior Citizens Day. I have one one warning about that. So when you're dealing with women, be very careful wishing somebody happy Senior Citizens Day when they're a woman, because some people don't want to be thought of as senior citizens. So this is going to rely you're going to have to show some discretion when you do this. Now, men, we don't care. You can tell we're older and you wish a happy Senior Citizens Day, we'll like it. I like it. Be careful with the ladies, because not all the ladies, not all of the ladies want to be called a senior. So just case by case basis, use your own discretion on this on Senior Citizens Day. What would be, all right, when it comes to senior citizens, what would be the age? What do you consider a senior? You know, years ago, when life expectancy was dropping dead before 70, I don't know, late 50s would be like a senior. Nowadays, I don't know what a senior is considered anymore. Would it be something like over 70 now? I don't know. But it is Senior Citizens Day, a day to honor your elders. And please do. All right, there's more to get to. Yes, there's a lot more to get to. I haven't even gotten into anything yet. I'll get into things as the Uncle Henry Show proceeds forward on this Friday here on News Radio 710 WNTM. But first, I'm going to take a quick time out. So we're going into a brief break, a dadgum break, and I'll be back after the dadgum break.
Highway 59 to Spanish Fort. It's a 17-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Pros, come see Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom and get up to 35% off trusted brands like Style Selection, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. Find more of what you need for the job and save at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
Hey, Uncle Henry here, and I've got two people with me who know how to help you make sense of your money. John McNeil and Virginia O'Brien from Mobile Bay Financial Solutions.
Thanks, Uncle Henry. With the economy continuing to shift, there's never been a more crucial time to take control of your financial future. Whether you're planning for retirement or just trying to protect what you've built, we're here to help you do it with confidence.
That's right. We're local, we're trusted, and we're ready to guide you through uncertain times. Call us today at 251-666-5000 for a free financial checkup. That's 251-666-5000. Let's make sure your money is working as hard as you are.
Mobile Bay Financial Solutions. Smart planning right here at home.
Advisory services offered through Mobile Bay Financial Services, LLC, an Alabama-registered investment advisor. We can offer investment advice in states where we are registered, exempt, or excluded from registration. The material contained herein should not be construed as an offer or solicitation for investment advice, securities, insurance, or other investment products.
We'll see a few scattered strong storms around this evening, but they should fade out after 10 p.m. Overnight lows in the mid-70s. Mostly sunny skies with low rain chances on your Saturday. It will be hot. Highs in the mid-90s with a heat index around 105. I'm Fox 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith of this iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. Learn how podcasting can help your business at iHeartAdvertising.com.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's LUCKY to 200-200.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
This is the Uncle Henry Show, continuing here on News Radio 710 WNTM. We have news headlines coming up in 10 minutes or less. Telephone number, if you would like to call the show, if there's something you want to bring forward. 251-479-2723 is the telephone number. That's 251-479-2723. Email address, unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. That's unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. Before I get into things I want to bring up for you, the Mobile County Animal Shelter sent out a press release again today. They are over capacity again. Mobile County Animal Shelter over capacity again. So if you're an animal lover, if you've been thinking about adopting a dog, they want you to know, let's see, the press release says, they really need help with you adopting a dog from the animal shelter. They have 117 adoptable adult dogs and 30 puppies. They need homes or fostering. They are over their capacity right now. They say that for the next 2 weeks, starting Monday, adoption fees for animals over a year old will be fully sponsored by County Commission President Connie Hudson. So you will not have to pay an adoption fee if you get an adult, a 1-year-old dog from the Mobile County Animal Shelter in the next couple of weeks starting Monday. And so, again, if you want to adopt a dog, they would love to have you there to check them out. Or if you can foster some dogs, they could really, really use your help. And they're going to be doing an adoption event tomorrow at PetSmart Spanish Fort from 10 to 2. That is tomorrow, PetSmart Spanish Fort, 10 to 2. So if you're an animal lover, now is your time. They really need your help at the Mobile County Animal Shelter. Again, the telephone number here on the Uncle Henry Show, 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Let me go to a voicemail. I've got a voicemail about one of my favorite topics. This was phoned in today from West Loxley, Alabama. Let's listen to this voicemail.
Roll Tide, Unc. 15 more days till kickoff against those East Carolina Pirates.
All right, I'm sorry to pause it already, but I have to stop and just feel the joy. Just that sentence. We're 15 days till kickoff of the Alabama Crimson Tide. There was already some type of brain chemicals in my head that were released. Just hearing that caused a secretion of brain chemicals, and now the pleasure centers of my brain are being all... I don't even understand the anatomy of the brain or any of that garbage. I just know that something is going on in my brain that's positive. Thank you for this. All right, back to the message about Alabama and other football.
15 more days till kickoff against those East Carolina Pirates up there in Titletown. Done got the football going, though. I watched me some little bit of some preseason NFL last night, and then switched over and saw on the public broadcasting system they was showing the Thompson and Central Phoenix City, probably the two best football teams in the state.
And let me pause there to say this thing where now Alabama Public Television is showing high school football. Probably the best decision they'll ever make. It's an incredibly good decision because it is, look, it's in the public interest. People like it. If they want people to donate to public television, I know people donate for the dadgum puppet shows and stuff they put on there. Big Bird and all that garbage. This will get people to donate. You want to put some bunch of high school football games on there, get some donations rolling in there.
Central Phoenix City, probably the two best football teams in the state. Thompson put a whooping on them. playing, and they was playing at Phoenix City. You know, a little quarterback for Thompson. He committed to Alabama last year, but he said about 5 years ago, I've always wanted to play at the University of Alabama. Roll, Tide, roll!
Roll, Tide, roll!
And then we got your high school football game tonight. Probably going to be checking some of those out, see what's being broadcast on the television. And some more professional games tonight, too, so that time of the year, and it's finally gotten here. I couldn't be happier because I'm about sick to death of hearing from politicians. Sick to death, I tell you. I've had enough.
69-year-old Chris of West Loxley, thank you so much for your football voicemail. I really do appreciate that. As I've mentioned, you did something inside of my brain there with that, which was good. It was positive what was done to my brain by your voicemail. It's good information. It lets the listening public know that there's now all of this stuff out there people can spend their time paying attention to. Now more than ever, because of the internet being on smartphones and things, there's just so much garbage out there for people to pay attention to. All kind of filth. There's just, oh my goodness gracious, there's so much filth out there. Distracting, demonic filth. They call entertainment, and it's all out there. And this is a public service letting people know that instead of watching filth, demonic filth, they can just watch football now, which is a wonderful relief. It's a wonderful relief. It's safe haven from the filth most of the times. See, this is one of the reasons a lot of people my age don't want politics getting mixed in with our sports. Unfortunately, it seems unavoidable these days with men wanting to play women's sports and all that kind of stuff. But it's one of the reasons we don't want the political stuff getting into our sports. It's a safe haven. The sports can be safe haven from all the demonic filth entertainment out there. So thank you, 69-year-old Chris, thank you again for letting us know about the football and being able to find it. That will be fun to look and see if there's any high school action to see on TV tonight. Now, and you mentioned that you're sick to death hearing the politicians, that you've had enough. Yeah, we're at a time in our nation's history that we need some good politicians up there to do some good things. But so many of them that you end up hearing from, I don't know about you, they make me sick too. Yes, they make me sick too. We just need some good ones to stand up and do the right thing. But again, thank you for your voicemail. If you would like to leave a message for the Uncle Henry Show, the voicemail number is 251-216-1976. That's 251-216-1976 to leave a message for the Uncle Henry Show and its listeners. They can be about whatever you want them to be as long as they're not filthy. Even if you disagree with me politically and you want to tell me how you just love communism and all that kind of stuff, fine. Just don't make it filthy. Don't drop F-bombs in with your socialism. If you could just keep your socialism rated G. A little rated G socialism, communism. And if you're listening to this show on the iHeartRadio app, you can just tap the red microphone button and instantly leave me a message. I think the time limit is 30 seconds. And if you need more than 30 seconds, leave 5 messages, whatever you need to leave on the iHeartRadio app. All right, look, I got to get into the news break. Some people listen to this station just to figure out what's happening. And for you, I'm going to have the news break for you and then more Uncle Henry Show after the dadgum news break here on News Radio 710 WNTM.
Reflecting on the recent rise of Democratic Socialist candidates in these midterm elections.
You who sweat and toil and sacrifice created this country. You who sublimated your own desires so that your children and their children could have something better. You don't deserve to have security anymore.
A charter plane has crashed in a remote area of southwest Alaska, killing all 8 people on board, including 2 pilots, 6 passengers. National Transportation Safety Board Alaska Region Chief Clint Johnson.
There was unfortunately a post-crash fire, and the wreckage was found in an area of rising terrain about a third or a quarter of a mile to the west of runway 15, the runway, the arrival runway that they were headed to.
America is listening to Fox News.
The Supreme Court is allowing President Trump to continue construction on his White House ballroom project for now. Today, the court issued a stay on a lower court's ruling that paused work. The stay will remain in place as the high court continues to weigh Trump's appeal of the lower court's ruling. The lower court's injunction had been set to go into effect tomorrow. Trump has argued that the ballroom project is a matter of national security. Things are getting heated in a hearing to determine whether Carmelo Anthony will get a new trial in Texas. The 19-year-old was sentenced to 35 years in prison this summer for fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet in 2025. The prosecution and defense are arguing over their gentleman's agreement struck before the trial to exclude background information on Anthony and Metcalf. The defense claims they thought Anthony could testify without his history being used against him, but were informed otherwise. Anthony did not testify in his trial. I'm Chris Coraggio.
And watch for a crash blocking the right turn lane, Eglin Parkway at Waterway Lane. Also, the roadway is blocked on Gulf Breeze Parkway. We've got a crash just west of Nantala Beach Road. Also, in Pensacola, the roadway is blocked due to a crash east Olive Road at Heirloom Drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Potke.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Pros, come see Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom and get up to 35% off trusted brands like Style Selection, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. Find more of what you need for the job and save at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-IHEART.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
You don't pay for iHeartRadio. Our advertisers do. That's why it's always been and always will be 100% free. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
Healthy, beautiful skin starts with the right care. At Advanced Dermatology and Skincare Center, our board-certified dermatologists combine experience and technology to help you achieve your healthiest, most confident look. Whether it's advanced laser treatments, medical-grade skincare products, or today's most effective cosmetic procedures, we have personalized solutions for you. This month, save $25 off laser hair removal and $200 off SmartGraft hair transplantation. Schedule today by calling Advanced Dermatology and Skincare Center or visit advanceddermclinic.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Here's the tale of the daily Medfill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang, that one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the
Finding
switch.
great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Teachers make a difference each and every day. Now's your chance to say thanks. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding public school teacher who goes above and beyond for students. They could be one of our $5,000 winners for classroom supplies and resources. Teachers give so much. Now it's our turn to give back. Nominate a teacher now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Uncle Henry's show continues here on News Radio 710 WNTM. Telephone number to call is 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. And I've got somebody that's been holding through the break. Hello, caller.
Hey, Uncle Henry, how you doing?
Snake Trapper, I'm doing great. You are live on the radio. What are you up to?
Uncle Henry, you know, this week I've spent a lot of time trying to hunt down Moccasonzilla because people think they have spotted it in the lake. Didn't have any luck this weekend, Uncle Henry, but Wednesday, after I got home from work, I decided to go down to the southeast end of the lake, which is the shallower end of the lake, and there's a lot of stumps out there. I got out there poking around, Uncle Henry, and came across what I thought was a cottonmouth. I knew from the size it wasn't Moccasonzilla, but the closer I got, Uncle Henry, to it, I realized it was a beautiful banded water snake. Now, folks out there that don't know the difference between the two snakes, even somebody that is, well educated on what type of snakes look like or what have you, it's very easy to get them two snakes confused because there's two different variations in what determines the cottonmouth between the banded water snake. For one, the banded water snake has vertical lines that runs up and down on its mouth, and the cottonmouth has what's called a zoromath, which looks like a black band across the eyes of the snake. And the head it has a very sharp detail to it. But yeah, it was definitely a banded water snake. I did get close enough to know that it wasn't a cottonmouth.
So what? So the banded water snake, you don't mind that living around the lake, right?
I do not, Uncle Henry. They're good snakes to have around. They eat a lot of rodents. They eat a lot of fish. This one here, I didn't appear to be scared by me. I didn't try to actually capture it, but I did get close enough to identify that it wasn't a cottonmouth. And I'd like to just remind people out there, there's been a lot of banded water snakes that has been polarized over the years because people thinking it was a cottonmouth. Now, I don't recommend killing either one of the species unless you're planning on eating it. I mean, the only thing I believe that you should kill that you're not going to eat is roach, a fly, or, mosquito. Right. Even a spider. A lot of people don't, say don't kill the spiders, but definitely don't kill them, Uncle Henry, regardless, unless if I do have a chance to catch Moccasonzilla, I do plan on killing that snake, and it's only because I'm going to eat it, Uncle Henry. So definitely don't kill anything you don't plan on eating.
Well, that is a wonderful, wonderful ethic for your hunting and your wildlife. Now, the banded water snake, one more question about it. Now, I think you've taught me, aren't water moccasins more aggressive toward human beings?
They are, Uncle Henry, especially if they got young around.
Yeah.
Now, if you encounter one in the wild, probably 50% of the time, that cottonmouth is going to open its mouth and he'll thrash his tail
Okay.
To make a noise to let you know you can look down and see them. They don't look to bite people. They just want to be left alone.
Right.
Now the banded water snake, I believe I could have got close enough to it. It didn't appear to be scared of me. It was just sitting there probably looking to catch something to eat. Knew I was too big to eat, and for some reason it didn't fear me. I do believe I could have caught that snake had I wanted to.
Okay, so it's not aggressive at all compared to a cottonmouth.
Oh, no, sir. They're not aggressive at all, man. They'll sit there. Now, they will try to avoid you, especially if they think you're trying to harm them or not. But, I mean, if you approach them slow and calm, I mean, you can go right up to them and actually pick them up. They may try to scamper off from you, but, they won't even bite you. Now, if you come up on one and just grab it because you know that it is a banded water snake and can't harm you, you aggressively try to get it. Now, it will bite you. But if you ease your way to it, you can actually handle the banded water snake. They're beautiful snakes, Uncle Henry. That's some beautiful color to it. Glad to see it out there. I hadn't actually seen a banded water snake there in a while. But, yeah, man, I ain't giving up on Moccasинzilla, Uncle Henry. If that snake's in there, I'm going to get it.
All right, well, good. Hey, good luck looking for Moccasинzilla.
Yes, sir, Uncle Henry. You take care, my buddy.
You too. Thank you, Snake Trevor. I appreciate that update. Always wondering, when it's hot around here, and it's been hot, I'm always wondering if the snake trapper is trapping snakes, if he's caught any snakes, those kind of things. And so, Snake Trapper, thank you for the update on your snake adventure. And since Snake Trapper just called in, there's a story. I haven't heard this yet. This is from Fox News. A woman in the Netherlands opened her closet. This is in the Netherlands. She opened her closet and found a python.
Talk about a hysterical wardrobe malfunction. A woman in the Netherlands recently spotted a snake slithering through the clothes in her bedroom, then watched it disappear into her closet. Police were called, and it turns out the reptile belonged to a neighbor and had escaped from its terrarium. The neighbor came over and retrieved the runaway herself. Police say it was a young reticulated python and posed no danger, although the species can grow to around 20 feet long. The owner of the snake has promised to make sure it doesn't escape again. Matt Murphy, Fox News.
Now, I guess this is a story because it happened in the Netherlands. I'm trying to imagine somebody living in the Netherlands wanting a python as a pet. I don't want to be judgmental, but that would be that would bear some. I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. I would say that the owner of the python, because they're in the Netherlands and they want a python, I would keep them under surveillance. I would, not with flock cameras or nothing like that, but I just have an eye on them, if you know what I'm saying. Just seems a little weird to me, wanting to have yourself a python up in the Netherlands. All right, 251-479-2723, the telephone number to call on the Uncle Henry Show. That's 251-479-2723. Email address, unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. That's unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. Now, since I just played you a Fox News story, I got one more Fox News story I want to share with you. And I don't know all about this yet either. Now, you've heard that in Alabama, some grades in public schools starting in October are going to require the 10 Commandments be posted. As part of history, we're going to have 10 Commandments posted in Alabama schools in some grades. Now, this is going to go, I think this is going to end up at the Supreme Court again from other states doing it. But in Florida, students in Florida are now required to take a class that teaches the history of communism. Let's listen to this.
Teachers tell me that they have always taught communism, but for the first time, they are required by law to teach a very specific curriculum. Now, the new standards spell out how teachers are expected to cover it. Starting in 6th grade each year, they will touch on different topics: the dangers of the Soviet Union, the Chinese Communist Revolution, North Korea, and the regimes of Cuba and Venezuela. Fox News obtained these new guidelines given to teachers. Many lessons point to the dangers of communism, including how socialism federalism can lead to a communist regime rising to power. Now, Governor Ron DeSantis signed the legislation back in 2024, but the expanded curriculum created by the Florida Department of Education is debuting this year.
Okay, not that bad an idea. Just to let people know, young people hear about it. They maybe just explain how many people have died, how many people have been killed by the communists. That'd be one thing you could teach them. Hello, caller.
Uncle Henry.
LD, the retired trucker.
That's it. Look, man, I went to that place called Blank's Club in Springdale Mall today. Do you know this, Uncle Henry, that there are people in there using their EBT card to buy sausages? I mean, there was...
No, wait. You're talking about the... that club.
That club.
Okay, in Springdale Mall, yes. They're using EBT to buy what?
They're buying... One guy had a shopping cart full of sausages. Another lady had a shopping cart full of water. And they were discussing how much they had on their card, Uncle Henry. So I'm starting to think, I'm putting two and two, Uncle Henry, and I'm thinking that they're going to sell that on the black market or the white market or whatever you want to call it, but they're going to sell it on the market for probably pennies on the dollar because nobody would eat an entire shopping cart of sausages. What do you think?
Well, that sounds like a good explanation to me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, can I ask you a question? I don't want to get too personal, but do you think that Blank Club over there, have you ever seen those shopping carts?
It's been years since I've been in there, but aren't they big blue shopping carts?
They are gigantic, man. They're almost as big as a truck bed. And I was just wondering if maybe they had thought that up after a day that your mother went in there.
You freak out! Look, you're sick! How dare you? You leave my mother out of this! Talking about a big shopping cart for my mother. She would be lost in that shopping cart. If you put my mother in that shopping cart, you wouldn't be able to find her. Because she's of normal size. You freak. My mother would want to use, if you're going to compare my mother to the size of a shopping cart, it would be the little ones that are now popular. The ones that are not the big ones. It would be the little more petite shopping cart. It's whatever happened in your life, whatever traumatized you in your life, I am praying that you be released from it. And I know that this is very complex, that it's probably going to take years of prayer, but I'm going to begin, I've already been praying for you. I've been praying for a lot of things about you. Most of them have been healing, but I'm going to pray that, I'm going to pray that the demons be cast out of your mind so that you won't want to attack, that whatever the aggression is in your heart, that you turn it on the communists and turn it on the people trying to wreck the country instead of women like my mother, that all they're doing is minding their own business. Lord, wouldn't it be great to have a country where people just mind their own dadgum business? All right, look, I've got to get a break on the air. I need a break after that. Back with more Uncle Henry Show after this dadgum much-needed break.
Right turn lane, Eglin Parkway at Waterway Lane. Also, the roadway is blocked on Gulf Breeze Parkway. We've got a crash just west of Nantala Beach Road. Also in Pensacola, the roadway is blocked due to a crash east Olive Road at Heirloom Drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Bakke.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Still sleeping on that old bed? Mattress Firm's sleep experts can help you choose the perfect upgrade. They'll guide you every step, answering your questions. Shop today and save big during the best sale of the year. They make sleep easy.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
Uncle Henry here, reminding you that your home's equity is a valuable tool and can be used for home improvements, like updating or adding a bathroom, which you can enjoy now, and it could increase your home's value. My friends at Gulf Coast Federal Credit Union can help you with a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. Call them at 251-438-7464. Stop by any branch or apply now at GulfCoastFCU.org. That's Gulf Coast Federal Credit Union. Loans subject to approval on approved credit. See website for membership details. NMLS number 440571.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
The countdown to the NFL season is on, and Fox Sports Radio is where you join the conversation with the Dan Patrick Show.
You got some interesting scenarios here.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
You have to strike when the iron is hot in the NFL.
And more. Download the iHeartRadio app, search NFL, and listen now.
For more information about contests on this station, go to newsradio710.com/rules.
We'll see a few scattered strong storms around this evening, but they should fade out after 10 p.m. Overnight lows in the mid-70s. Mostly sunny skies with low rain chances on your Saturday. It will be hot, highs in the mid-90s with a heat index around 105. I'm Fox 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith for this iHeartRadio station.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges. At the Bob Woodward Foundation, we invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. Learn more about our work at bobwoodwardfoundation.org/success.
News headlines are coming up here on News Radio 710 WNTM, the Uncle Henry Show. Moving forward, we have news coming up in less than 10 minutes and then more. Uncle Henry Show on this Friday. Telephone number 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Hello, caller.
Uncle Henry, how are you?
John, you are live on the radio.
There's one thing I've observed about these Yankees in the Northeast. They're all Democrats. There's no men up there. They don't like football. And all the governors seem to be females. Now, the latest disgusting abortion bill out of New Jersey makes it a crime to pray if you were within so many feet of an abortion clinic. This is diabolical and unacceptable and typical of these folks that are supposed to be fellow Americans.
Now I had not heard this one before. So they want to make it illegal in New Jersey to pray too close to an abortion clinic.
Right. It's a felony and they'll throw you in jail on top of a bunch of other things, which is, killing the baby is the worst. But
yeah, but whatever happened to freedom of speech?
Exactly. So you can't, and the same thing happens in England. These people, that's why it's called New England. They copy what these British people do that's now run by Muslims. So if you're in Britain and you just fold your hands and a cop thinks you're praying, they put you in prison. While 1/3 of the native English girls have been raped by people from Pakistan, most of them illegal, and no charges because England thinks that's racist. People need to open their eyes. This is very serious what we're dealing with. And, and people need to pray.
Wait a second before you go. What do you think what is going on in New Jersey? I mean, why would New Jersey citizens put up with that? I just it doesn't make any sense.
It's a blue state, and it's these people that say they're Catholics. They're not. they were raised Catholic maybe, but they're not. They're just manipulating people, and they're not practicing Catholics like Joe Biden and Pelosi and all the other fraudsters. But, you know, it's generally liberal, feminist women, and they sign this deal that, you know, and they're all clapping and everything and terminating life or making it illegal to say, hey, I think this is immoral as a Christian to kill babies. You know, it's very dark.
Well, it is, and I still don't know how that could ever be. How can you tell people what they can and cannot say in a public space? I don't. We have the right to. We have freedom of speech. We have all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it'll be contested in court, but it's very troubling that they think that you know, you're not allowed to say a prayer somewhere, or they think you're praying. It's the Brave New World, 1984, all the stuff that George Orwell predicted. So people just need to realize this isn't make-believe. This is very serious, and we're in a very serious battle, you know. So just research it. Don't take my word for it. Look up the bill that was signed in New Jersey. The one in Massachusetts was terrible. It's all the Northeast Yankee blue feminist crazy people, and they're imitating England, which is a failed country and will never be the way it was.
Yeah. Hey, with John, thank you for telling me about that. I've got to run. I got to go into the news break, but thank you very much for letting me know. I will do research on that next week and try and figure out how that could ever be constitutional. All right, coming up, there's more show. Yes, I'm contractually obligated to provide more show, and so I will. After the news break at 6 o'clock here on News Radio 710 WNTM, Uncle Henry Show proceeding forward.
Rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, we'll let our audience do that. We hear from people every single day whose lives have changed, and I want you to hear a few of their stories. Joni shared that before Relief Factor, her husband couldn't open his hands in the morning and had to give up playing the guitar. Now he wakes up with flexibility, and he's back to playing music. They are both recommending Relief Factor to friends as a way to enjoy the things they love again. Again,